Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. I'm pretty excited because CIG have shown us an intro to jump points. I've actually used the Pyro Stanton or Stanton Pyro jump point before in one of the server meshing tests when they were doing it on the tech preview build, but it was entirely untextured, had no effects. But CIG are now showing us what it actually will look like. To an extent, there's still going to be evolutions of this. They haven't dialed in all the VFX and everything, but it looks great. In Alpha 4.0, which should be with us by the end of the year, although CIG basically said here, we're targeting it for before the end of the year, but didn't give us much more indication beyond that this time. So potentially not even a Q3 release for 4.0 now. It'll be sort of like by the end of the year, you'll have this 4.0 patch. That's the plan with jump points. So in that patch, you're going to have a jump point between Stanton and Pyro Stanton. It's just a single jump point, sort of connecting the two effectively. This is a permanent jump point, always being available for players to travel through. You know their locations with permanent jump points. You know that they're going to be stable. They might have infrastructure around them, so stations and stuff that you can stop up at. They decided to remove the large circular gates that they had during concept, opting for a more natural looking phenomena here. Now, you might have in the future these things brought back. They might have large gates in certain systems and not others, that sort of stuff. That sort of stuff is open to change for sure. There are not any size restrictions with these permanent jump points though. Any size ship can use them. Originally, it was going to be only certain size ships can use certain jump points. That appears to be, at least with the permanent jump points, no longer the case. You can use your biggest ship and just go through the Pyro Stanton jump point. However, in the future, there will also be transient jump points. These need to be discovered. You won't know where they go until you use them or someone tells you that they are there. They might be limited in time. You don't know how many uses they've got. You don't know how stable they are, but you might want to use them to avoid customs and security or to get you a big advantage at getting to a place quicker. These may provide smaller access points to tunnels for small, medium and large ships as well. So it sounds like transient jump points do have size restrictions. In the Inside Star Citizen talking about this, they showed a load of eye candy and basically went, this is a bit of a gameplay loop going towards the jump point and using it. So you travel to the jump point and then you might want to go to the nearby station because you want to be able to get your ammo, your fuses, your fuel, which are going to be more expensive or harder to get in Pyro. Then you approach the jump point. These have gravitational fluctuations that can be seen as part of like the gas cloud that's around them and bright lights and stuff like that. There's a load of signage and infrastructure in this area saying, look, come closer, this is the way you need to go, leaving Stanton, entering Pyro. The sound of thunder will sort of also build up as you get closer to the anomaly. There are security posts there. There's defenses around that area. You need to attune to this jump point though before you can enter it, otherwise it's just going to push you away. And to attune to it, you actually need to call up the ATC like you're landing at a station. Now, multiple players can technically get in the jump point at the same time, so you jump in groups. You might not be friends with the people in that group, but if there's space in a group, you'll jump with them. If you want to jump with friends, you're going to have to wait and go with the next jump. It apparently will show you how much room is available in the next jump group as well. So in the future, they want the ability to be able to queue as a group, so you don't have to fiddle around with stuff like that. Having to do it manually is a bit of an annoyance there. You will need to be in nav mode to be able to actually do the jump. So this will show the jump point UI once you're in nav mode, once you're close enough to a jump point, and this will help you align because there's pulsing rings like a landing strip. You'll need to point towards the jump point, keep it in there to align and spool up. In the Inside Star Citizen example, they also showed off a load of new MFDs and HUDs for a variety of ships that we can expect to see in 4.0 as well, I would imagine. Once aligned and attuned, you can then open the jump point and you'll get pulled in automatically. So anything in the nearby area gets pulled in, apparently. You can no longer sort of stop once that's started, and you'll be pulled in with a group of ships, assuming there was a group of ships there. Now, obstructions that come in between you and attuning with the jump point will prevent you attuning. Ships too close to an unopened jump point will get pushed away. They are currently looking at other ways to prevent players blocking jump points. Once in the tunnel, though, you'll be travelling at a set speed. You won't be able to control that, but you will have some navigation. You'll want to try and stay in the centre of the tunnel. They are still working on the VFX and visuals for these. They're sort of flickering and pulsating, a very unique experience and play space here. You'll be able to see the ships in front of you and behind you, all sort of like in a line. It is one-way traffic to avoid collisions. You can't see the people coming from the other star system coming into your star system. Other than not hitting the sides of the tunnel, there may be some other obstructions that you need to avoid in some of these tunnels. Hitting these can cause distortion damage to your ship, and if your jump drive fills with distortion damage, it will shut down, and this will cause the jump to fail. You'll get booted out. Now, you might be in the pyro system, you might be in the Stanton system. It depends on how long you were in the tunnel before you got booted out, and you'll typically be on the edge of the system, not really where you wanted to be, and it will take you a while to get back to civilization. Transient gates, though, might be a bit more intense. They might have a lot more going on and be a bit more of a mini game there. So jumps are currently 3 minutes long at the moment, CIG said, and I think that's far too long. They are iterating on that. 3 minutes of active minigame for travelling is a lot. I know we obviously travel for quite a while, even getting off planets and while in quantum, but this feels a bit different because obviously it's a relatively hands-on experience, and it feels like they are adding extra time. I'd say half that, personally, but you can have a totally different opinion than me. You could be like, no, actually, I like that idea. I like the semi nature of it, and it makes sense that you don't want it to be too short because you don't want people to just keep on changing star system. You want it to actually mean something, but please tell me what you think in the comments below. Jump points will also have multiple nearby exit points to prevent collisions and sort of camping, blocking jump points, stuff like that. Pyro is very different to Stanton. Does feel more oppressive and dangerous. There is a nearby R&R station as you come out of the jump point, though. That's one last feeling of safety before heading further out. All the numbers, speed, balance, all that sort of stuff is in flux at the moment. A lot will be done via the tech preview channel over the coming months. They're actually just about to do some tech preview tests with some networking updates for EVOCATI, I believe, in preparation for server meshing and jump points as well. So it'll sort of evolve, and we'll be able to mess around with that in the not too distant future. But yeah, they did say, and I just want to reiterate this, that Alpha 4.0 with jump points is targeted within the next few months, hopefully sooner than by the end of the year. I'm very excited for jump points. A little bit of the luster has been taken away, seeing that I've already jumped between Stanton, Pyro, Stanton in a tech preview build a little while ago, but it looked terrible. Like they were untextured, they were just grey blobs and stuff. There wasn't the proper experience there at all. It was just, does this technically work with server meshing? Yes. But I'm very much looking forward to having the full experience. And I'm interested to know what you think that experience looks like now. Do you like what they're talking about with 3 minute times while you're in that jump point? Do you like the idea of transient jump points as well? Because that's going to be awesome for exploration, right? That's one of the things we wanted in game. All these sort of jump points that you could find that might be temporary. They could appear pretty much anywhere, and they will have size restrictions, so they're sort of keeping to that idea as well. With the size restrictions being basically removed on the larger jump points, the stable, permanent jump points, are you happy about that? Do you think that's a terrible idea? I thought that was an absolutely great episode of Inside Star Citizen. Got to see a huge amount of cool stuff, and got to learn about some new development stuff that we didn't know about. We know the plans for jump points and transient jump points now, which is absolutely awesome. Also, it was the 200th episode of Inside Star Citizen, and the Inside Star Citizen first started in April 2019. Previous to that, we had things like Around the Verse and Wingman's Hangar before that. It's effectively the 500th episode of Star Citizen News from that sort of pedigree of show. Now, 680 people helped make those episodes possible, and Disco Lando has actually been involved with 1,171 videos about Star Citizen for CIG. So obviously they make a load more videos other than just those new shows that we talked about there. And it's not just Jared, obviously the big team, some of those 680 people really helping out to make Star Citizen what it is and the community what it is. We have done almost 4,200 videos on Star Citizen now, which is monumentally monstrous. And all of that comes from CIG putting out that news content. So I'm very thankful for them to putting out all the news that they do so that we can do videos on that and look at the project. 2024 so far has been absolutely fantastic for Star Citizen. I am so looking forward to 4.0 and just a huge amount of content actually coming together, and Star Citizen genuinely coming together as an MMO. Yes, there is still a long way to go, but there's just huge amounts of content coming this year. Thank you, CIG. Thank you, Jared. Thank you for everyone that watches us. Genuinely appreciated. We couldn't do this without you, and it is genuinely appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me in the comments below what you think about all of that, and if you've got any questions. Also, check out the links below for NordVPN. Click it, get NordVPN.
I'm a futuristic cyborg sent back in time for one purpose. Give me your boots, your jacket, and your nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Get NordVPN if you want to live on the internet. It's the only thing that will protect you against Skynet and my Terminator impression.
It gives you greater accessibility, security, and privacy on the internet as well. You should use the links below. Every month, we have a ship giveaway. For July, we're giving away a Constellation Taurus. This workhorse allows you to do some solid cargo running, as well as some combat and room for a small crew. It's just a great all-round mission runner and awesome ship to experience Star Citizen with. This comes with access to the game and lifetime insurance as well. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during July. Each video is another chance to win. More details in the description below. Please consider supporting the channel with the join button under my videos or via Patreon, links below to all of that. It goes a long way in helping us to be able to make daily Star Citizen content and Zin's lore videos, all that sort of jazz. Thank you so much to all the glorious members that already do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can always help as well by sharing, liking, subscribing, and getting involved in the comments section. And thank you very much for those of you that watched to the end. It is appreciated.